Commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes, commissioner's notes.
The Commissioner's Notes Podcast.
Hey, Commissioner's Notes Podcast. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. There's about 100 people listening to the Commissioner's Podcast every single week right now. I know it's nothing crazy, but it's almost double from what it was last year. So if you are here on this ride with us, I should say, thank you very much for being here. Once again, I got a guest host, Caleb Klug, wrapped up in some Arizona State University media stuff. That's fine. He's employed now. It is what it is.
He's doing God's work.
Stepping in for him is one of my favorite guests, Jimmy Radzik.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Last time we got into a lot of ball last time. We really talked ball. And it's like most interaction, I think, within the chat, because people were like mad about some of our takes. Everyone had something to say. For example, what was I saying? Who did I really hate that I really went off on?
You hated Genty.
Oh, yeah. That one's aging okay.
You hated JJ.
I did. That one's actually aging okay, too, but he's injured. So, but it's all good. Hey, right or wrong, we're just here to fire off hot takes. We got a couple things we want to talk about today, starting with trades. Trades. It feels harder to trade this year, and I think it has something to do with that flex spot.
It does.
I think that has everything to do with it. But yeah, we specifically wanted to talk about one man in the league, man near and dear to our heart. Jimmy, why don't you talk to the folks real quick?
Guy I've known a long time, for better or for worse. Guy I love a lot, for better or for worse. Clint Evans. Looking at you, buddy. This is not a new topic. We've covered this for years. I think this topic actually predates my presence in the league. Last year, it was a moot point because he was doing well. We're back again to where we've always been. Clint seems to be avoiding trades. I don't really know why. I mean, that's what we can get into. Why are you avoiding trades?
I know why. I know a couple of reasons why.
Talk that talk.
One, he's afraid of another team becoming even 1% better. He won't do it. It's almost like he prefers like the most lateral trades that doesn't get him further or anyone else further. The other thing, I think he would rather die than the group chat tell him he made a bad trade.
That's probably true. I think someone in the league, I don't know who it was, gave him the name Clint Scared Money Evans.
I don't know who it was.
If that's your fear, that I don't want to make trades because I don't want to make you better. Why are you playing? Why are you playing? Also, let's follow your line of logic. Everything's luck. Nothing matters. Everything's random. So why do you even care if someone's getting better? Yep. You know what I mean?
He said he doesn't like he told me he doesn't like trading with people at the top of their division. The problem is this, though. Being a team at the top of our divisions, it's very nice. I was looking at it today. 10 out of the 14 guys in the league are 500 or less.
That's called parity.
That's a big discrepancy. So, I see where he maybe wouldn't want to give me Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jahmyr Gibbs, for example. I get it. But at the same time, you got to look out for your own team too. It just is what it is. We got to make tough decisions, and sometimes it requires parting ways with boys that you really like playing football on Sundays.
You got to run your own race at the end of the day. They say this. The old saying is, losers focus on winners, and winners focus on winning. Clint, where do you fall on that?
I had one to him that was especially confusing. And obviously he doesn't have an RB2. He's just throwing out
doesn't need him.
Any warm body could play RB2 on Clint's fantasy team right now. If you have a pulse and a football jersey, you could throw you in at the RB2. I tried to give him Derrick Henry and Garrett Wilson. Obviously Garrett Wilson got injured, but before that was established, I tried to give him Garrett Wilson and Derrick Henry for Amon-Ra St. Brown. It would have plugged up that RB2 spot. Derrick Henry ran for 122 yards this past week. He looked great. The offense is going to have to lean on him. And then I gave him a top 10 wide receiver. So that didn't make any sense to me. Like I said, injury aside, I just feel like he should have at least made that move right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. If we're gonna dox him, I'm gonna full dox him. For one, this is the most unforgivable sin in my eyes. I hit him up Wednesday right after the waivers cleared, and I was able to pick up both of the Chargers running backs. I said, "Got both the Chargers running backs. Name your price." Basically, I never got a text back. So he must be so ingrained in his fear of anyone else succeeding that, I mean, if I'm being honest, sometimes the Lord, blocks what you think are blessings because he's protecting you.
Mhm.
I honestly would have given him one or both of those Chargers running backs for fucking Rashid Shaheed. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, hey, he's like a boomer bust guy. That'd be nice to have on my bench. I'm never going to start any of these guys. Helps my buddy out. I'm a good friend. I'm a nice guy. What does he do? He doesn't even dignify me with a response. What's that all about?
He was probably in Hawaii. He could have been some Mai Tais deep.
True.
And it's a shame. Clint, I don't want to pick on you too bad, okay?
I don't mind picking on
I don't want you to take it to heart, and I certainly don't want you to quit the league. That's my biggest fear. But there's other guys too that are just being impossible to trade with. Trevor being one of them. You pointed out to me today, Trevor actually has no startable quarterbacks on his roster this week because I believe the Bills are on a bye, and the Ravens are on a bye. The Ravens are on a bye.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lamar is injured. Well, he's questionable and on a bye, and the Bills are just on a bye. So right now, Mr. Wallstrom is in Japan without a starting quarterback.
So I don't know what he's going to do, but it feels like at a certain point he's probably going to have to part ways with one of those guys.
Feels that way.
And it is what it is. Trevor, if you're listening all the way out in Japan, I hope you're having a great time, A, but B, you're going to have to make a move, pal, because I offered him a couple things today. I don't think they were great offers, but, he needs to put a body at least QB1. Right?
I'm curious to see what he does. Yeah, he's in a bit of a pickle. I told you earlier today, I've had a long-term plan since pretty early. Once I started stacking trades, I took a look at Trevor's team because there's a couple guys on there I want, and I noticed this week 7, is that what we're at? Week 7?
Week 7.
That he was going to fall on a bipocalypse above those QBs, and I told myself, if I can make some moves, put myself in position, I'm going to find them vulnerable. I'm going to fuck them.
It's hard. It's hard if people won't engage in these trade negotiations. And again, people would rather just continue to be 500 and below than make a move. And it's not making any sense. Like I said, I think something about this no flex situation is definitely making it harder to trade, but I'm doing it. We're doing it. I keep winning. I'm having a good time.
Seems to be working for us.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. That's part of fantasy football, and that's what makes it so fun. Another guy I've been really hard to trade with, none other than Hilton Head Island's finest, Sam Camp. I've tried multiple times. At one point, I offered him Emeka Egbuka and Baker Mayfield for Jaden Daniels and Tet McMillan. He said no. That's a stack that could have really helped him. Again, obviously, Emeka got hurt this past week, so that's part of the risk you take. But he probably would have stacked a couple victories by now had he been able to do that.
At least he's in a different situation than Clint. He's not in a god-awful situation. He's been in a pickle with the Brock Purdy injury thing, but he's got 2 stud QBs, and he's, Tet McMillan is a stud. He was right on that. And I guess he's just, he's got some good running backs.
Javante's having the year of his career.
So I can't get too mad at him about it, but yeah, he's a tough one to crack, tough one to trade with.
He keeps making jokes about how I'm a Taco Bell employee. I'm not even sure where that came from.
Is that true?
No, it's actually not. But I'm trying to figure out where that came from. Every year they come up with something. Last year it was beans. This year it was Taco Bell. Not understanding it. That's all good, though. There's a lot that I don't understand. But, we're trying. All we can do is try.
That's all we can do.
So on that note, Sam Camp did make a point to Rylan this week. Rylan came over to my house for the games, and he told me Ryland tried to give him either of his tight ends. Ryland's got Trey McBride and Jake Ferguson, like 2 top 3 tight ends in the league right now.
Absolutely.
And Sam Camp says he values tight ends the same way he values defenses and kickers, which was crazy to me because, I mean, defenses and kickers are valuable, but they're not as valuable as a good tight end. I don't feel like they're quite equivalent in that regard.
That's a wild take. I mean, I guess if you're saying it in the sense of like quarterback defense, kicker defense, you're pretty much best case you're counting on 10 points week in, week out, maybe, unless someone goes nuts every once in a while and gets you close to 20. I mean, I get that, but I don't understand the logic. It's a starting position. Do you want points from this position or not?
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, Brock Bowers was winning people championships last year, not necessarily in our league, but in leagues across the nation. And I just feel like it's a valuable position. You'd rather have it. And if you got guys that can go off, like Harold Fannin scoring 13 points this week was a huge make or break in my own victory.
Honestly, if anything, it's like the tight end's a freaking. This is no secret. This is fantasy canon. Tight end is a secret weapon. If you get one of the guys who puts up points, that puts you on the track to like league winner.
You know what I was thinking, Jim? Something we haven't done at all this season is potentially trade on the air
live.
Now, you and I have been a lot of talks today, a lot of back and forth, a lot of adding this guy, taking away this guy. At one point, I almost traded you Patrick Mahomes today. I had to get on the phone with Caleb. He talked me off the ledge, and I did really think about it is that the worst part about last season for me was being in quarterback hell. And right now I'm in a little bit of wide receiver hell given the fact that Garrett Wilson and Emeka Egbuka are injured. Now, I can't blow up my whole team, get back into quarterback hell, if you will.
Okay.
But I think you like Woody Marks.
I'm a fan.
I think that I would like Brian Thomas Jr. to help me through the next few weeks, at least until
great ball player,
until Egbuka or Wilson is back. I just need one wide receiver to kind of round out my roster over the next few weeks. I'm probably going to lose one of the next 3 games. My schedule is really hard, but I think I can beat Klug this week if I can just have someone decent at my wide receiver 2 spot. So what I would like to offer you today,
let's hear it,
is either Garrett Wilson or Emeka Egbuka, plus Woody Marks in exchange for BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr. You have the luxury of waiting these things out, these injuries out right now. You get more than likely CeeDee Lamb back this week. You've got Drake London. I mean, your team is stacked and everyone went off this week. 160 points. I think that's the highest scoring week. And Brian Thomas Jr. was not even in your lineup.
All those things are true.
So that's what I would like to do. I'm making this trade partially out of necessity because I do need wide receiver help right now. I don't love anyone that I'm seeing on the waiver wire. There's a couple decent names in there.
Waivers are dried up.
But right now I'm going into the toughest part of my schedule. I need a dog to help me out.
Okay.
And so
Clint did say you're supposed to save your fab money for the end of the year, right? How is the waivers looking right now, Clint? Shut up.
They're destitute. They always are. Like I said, Josh Downs is an option, I guess. He scored a touchdown. Colts look okay, I guess. I think Tez Johnson is out there. Don't love it.
Let's talk trade. Clint can drown.
I think so. First of all, who would you prefer in that situation if we were to do it? Would you prefer?
I'm gonna lean. I don't want to part with BTJ. A lot of people have hated on him, but he's starting to figure it out again. He's a stud. And he's got that $1 sign next to him, which I figure come trade deadline, that's going to garner a lot. So Egbuka looks like a more favorable keeper for me. He's got a better quarterback. I would prefer him to the man who's in business with Justin Fields.
I have concerns about Emeka. I mean, everywhere you go online, people are just saying, hey, sell high on this guy. He's got Mike Evans on the horizon, Godwin, all these people. So I don't know if he can keep it up. I don't want to. He's become a very, very special part of my heart, but I'm willing to do that. I will keep Garrett Wilson. That will give me, when healthy, AJ Brown, potentially BTJ, and Garrett Wilson. That's a good little receiving core for myself.
That's nice.
So I am willing to send you, and I'm about to send it right now.
Uh-oh. Live on the air.
Live on the air. I will send you Emeka Egbuka and Woody Marks in exchange for Brian Thomas Jr. You also add in the fact that, like you said, BTJ is one of the best keeper options in the entire league. I will send this right now, and it has been sent.
So Marcus Scatterbay has proposed a trade to you. I just now realized there's no quarterbacks involved in this.
Yes. By design. I can't get into, unless you want Justin Fields, but I don't know if you do.
You know what? Emeka Egbuka is a man of faith. I like what I see so far. I don't know why it's not loading. Cut. You got yourself a deal partner. There it is. Hold on. Let me make it official.
This is horrifying. I love you, Emeka. I love you, Emeka. Thank you for everything you did for me this year. You've really brought a new life back to this organization.
This is now the third running back who have shipped off, but they find their way home.
Plus interest.
That right there is a deal, folks.
Trade on the air for only the second time in league history. A live trade on the air. I can't wait to have everyone tell me how bad of a trade this is. Hopefully by the time this episode is out, you'll understand it a little bit better. Like I said, I don't want to risk losing. I'm going into the hardest part of my schedule. I think BTJ is catching fire right at the right time. Love his keeper price. Honestly, indifferent with Woody Marks. I do have Chase Brown in case of emergency, who I do have to play this week because Derrick Henry's on a bye.
I think slept on, because it might have been after the last episode, but you were trading your ass off there for like a 2-day stretch.
Yeah, I was going crazy.
You were going crazy. I mean, and your running back situation, I mean, well, I don't have to get into it. The record speaks for itself. What's funny is who is maybe the two most active traders in the league? Is it me and Marcus? Most likely. Who's the two best teams in the league? Is it me and Marcus? Most definitely.
Potentially, at least
so I will
top
drink
three.
to that. And
Cheers,
maybe
pal.
you guys can take a note.
Take notes. Sometimes you got to make moves out of necessity. It is what it is. I can't have two of my star players out. I need at least a good body this week. This gives me a better chance of defeating Caleb Klug, going to 6-1. And you know what? That's my goal right now. Because I'm only focused on this week. I got to beat Klug. I still got guys. I do like Garrett Wilson. MRIs revealed he didn't tear anything. He simply hyperextended his knee.
That's it.
Who hasn't been there? Who
we've
among us
all-
haven't hyperextended our knee? So cheers to that. And again, Emeka, thank you for everything. I will miss you forever. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome home.
Now that we got that out of the way,
That feels good.
something near and dear to my heart that we should just discuss real quick. Our Cardinals suck again.
But goddamn, do they suck.
We are still a poverty franchise. I had some points here, and I'm sure you had some things.
Hit them.
Cardinals are consistently the worst graded team in that anonymous NFLPA report card they do every single year.
Yeah.
They get D's and everything. We had a couple F minuses. I didn't even know F. I thought F was as bad as you can get. F minuses in certain category. It's disgusting, from the training facilities, all that sort of stuff.
It's really a gut blow when you at the end of the year, every year when they send that out, whoever Bleacher Report, whoever leaks it, because it's like, as Cardinals fans, it's like, God damn, we already suck. And then now you got to tell us our locker room sucks too.
And our food sucks. And we treat our families like shit.
Literally,
Holy
it's like,
hell.
come on. Not only is our team sucking ass, but they're being disrespected and they're like in substandard fucking
They're
buildings and amenities.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, for an NFL organization, Rylan told me that our ownership group is actually the only ownership group in the NFL whose only source of income is their team.
Jesus. So
which is crazy, which is why they're pinching their pennies.
goddamn, like a Lakers situation.
Yeah, it's nuts. The other thing is that we're $36 million under our cap. We're not even spending the money we have available to like go out and get the best guys. We're trying to find everyone at the end of their career on a discount. We've been doing it since Emmitt Smith.
Maybe they're taking the Clint school of thought where you're supposed to save your fab for the very end of the year.
Yeah. Kyler obviously is a huge question mark. I hate his body language. I know the whole leadership thing is kind of overplayed, but I don't really think that it is. You look at his body language, he's not talking to guys. When he makes a mistake, he doesn't go up and talk to guys, or he's never talking to Marvin Harrison on the sidelines. I can only imagine they don't really like each other that much in real life. And if they do, they're fooling the hell out of me.
It's I don't think it's hyperbole to say Kyler's the worst body language quarterback I've ever seen. He instills no confidence. I mean, there's quarterbacks who have sucked ass, but fan bases, organizations will stick by them because they're doing all the other shit, like they're a good guy. They're encouraging. Fucking Russell Wilson is still hanging on to a job because I saw an Instagram reel and it was like, this fool Russell Wilson is doing anything to maintain a job.
yeah.
That some guy like barely even fell to the ground. He came sprinting down the sideline to pick him up. Kyler would probably kick him while he was down.
Yeah.
This team is not even close. Well, there's a couple other bad ones, but the least fun team in the league. We have no weapons. We have no talent. We don't even have a player on any side of the ball we can point to and be like, him. Maybe he's not there yet, but he's exciting. See what he becomes. Some people might say that's Marvin. I've shared my thoughts on him plenty of times. I don't get what the identity of the team is. Right now, the identity, just by happenstance, by default, is Kyler because he's the biggest name on the team. If with the type of shit he does, with the energy and the vibes he gives off, that's the face of your team. It's gross. It's so sad. And I'm to be honest, even when we were dog shit and freaking Todd Skelton was starting, I was watching every game.
Yeah.
When the Suns were ass and Dragon Bender was starting, I was watching every game. Last week was the first time in a long time I didn't even watch the game. I had the 4 cubes up on YouTube TV, not to brag, and the Cardinals were not one of them. I'm so out on this team. It's not even funny.
I'm out on the coach. I'm out on the ownership. I'm out on our QB1. I'm out on our potentially franchise wide receiver. Marv's the only person I might give him some patience, but team is just we're just dying. Like these casitas they're building, they're prioritizing luxury over like fans experiences and these VIP
Sex
luxury
appeal.
packages. That's kind of the new ways. Like SoFi is so luxurious and Allegiant in Vegas is so luxurious. We're just not that. And it's like, look at these teams with actually amazing fan bases. For example, the Green Bay Packers. Lambeau is 1,000,000 years old. They don't have luxury suites. They have fucking beer and cheese curds, and they sell out every single game because they prioritize the fans. And I just want a team that's going to give us that same respect. It fucking sucks. I'm tired of them.
I think, I don't know, Arizona doesn't necessarily have a reputation for like some electric fan base. I think, name the team, we have a great fan base, especially the Cardinals. The Cardinals stadium has been filled pretty much every year that freaking toaster oven has existed, even when we don't have good teams. So, I don't think, it's not like we don't deserve a great team. The fans show out. I think across the board in Arizona sports, it's like we will go ham if we can even put anything other than a complete ass cheeks failure out on the court or on the field. And for some reason, we are unable to even do that.
We don't even have a hockey team anymore. I mean, it's just a tough time to be a Arizona fan right now. I was excited for ASU this year. I'm not really excited anymore. I haven't given up faith. That's a different conversation. I still like Kenny Dillingham. I still love ASU, but it's just tough right now, man. It's really tough. That's the state of the Cardinals. We just wanted to talk about it because it's depressing. Basketball season starts a week from today, though. Just so everyone knows. Hopefully.
I think we're going to be a frisky team.
I hope so.
I think my expectations is we're going to be around the same record as last year. maybe a couple wins below, maybe a couple wins above if we go completely exceed expectations. I think the difference is going to be same results, but in a way more fun way. I think we're going to have a team full of scrappy guys, fun to root for, playing hard, getting after it, shooting threes. I think the team this year is going to be a monument to Devin, which is going to be fun to watch. And I'm excited for it. Talking about the ownership, fucking, what's our stadium name? The Suns?
It's a new name. It's like
something mortgage, blah, blah, blah.
My Mortgage or Money
My
Mortgage.
Mortgage is
.com
owned
Arena or whatever.
by Matt Ishbia, Mortgage Matchup Arena. Center.
Mortgage
That
Matchup
is,
Center.
I'm like, what's the deal with this? Because I knew Ishbia was in the mortgage industry. He owns the fucking company. You dig deeper into it. A lot of people know about his little rivalry with the Cavs owner with Rocket Mortgage. The biggest, because me and my dad have had season tickets for some time. I go to a lot of games. The biggest billboard right across the street from the stadium
is Rocket
Mortgage. There's a good chance Ishbia probably turned down a good amount of money just so he could have a rival billboard to the guy that he fucking hates. But that's basketball. It's a different
topic.
Go
Basketball
Suns.
talk. Go fucking Suns. It's a new year. It's a new day. Let's get into some of the matchups this week as we're starting to close up. The upcoming week ahead, it's week 7 here in the NFL, which is crazy. There's only, after this week, we're halfway through the regular season of fantasy football, which sucks, but it is all good. First matchup we're going to talk about is Ryland and Sam Good. It's pretty close. It's 52% leaning Ryland. I'm actually going to give this one to Sam Good. I think positionally, he's just got more dogs. We'll have to see. What's your gut instinct telling you, Sam Good or Ryland?
This is a coin flip to me. I'm going to lean Ryland. He's got a little bit more juice in his lineup the way I see it. I just trust his quarterback situation a little bit more. Judkins is that guy, and Vidal kind of popped last week.
Yeah.
Made me kick rocks a little bit for giving him to Ryland, but then I remembered I have Christian McCaffrey on my team.
Ryland's got great tight end situation going on as well. Rami versus Trevor. Again, we'll have to see what Trevor does, if anything, with that quarterback situation. If he doesn't figure it out and have a solid body in there, I'm actually going to give this to Rami. I think Debo had a horrible week last week. I think the Falcons and Kyle Pitts are going to have an up week. I think Aaron Rodgers is playing good ball right now. I didn't think Joe Flacco looked particularly bad. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Rami. I think he gets his first win of the season.
You know what? I love that storyline. I'm going to second that. I'm behind that. Let's go, Rami.
Next, we've got you versus DJ, my friend. I think this is a pretty open and shut case. I'm giving it to you. You got the position matchups in my mind. Darren Waller is a fucking monster.
Back.
He's
the rapper?
He's so back. Yeah, Darren Waller, the rapper. I think that you're gonna win. DJ's gonna move on to 2-5, and you're gonna become 6-1.
DJ, I love you, but you're most likely the next guy to get that belt.
Getting that belt to ass this week. Up next, we got Sam Camp versus Kyle Alexander. Another pretty open and shut case. I like Javonte Williams a lot. I like Kenneth Walker enough, but I don't see any way that Kyle Alexander does not have his way with Sam Camp's team this week.
You never know. This one's a little bit trickier because, like I mentioned earlier, Sam's got some receivers who are just waiting. A week's going to come when Ted and Jameson both go nuts. And if the Seahawks can figure out to stop giving the ball to Charbonnet, who runs 1 mile an hour, maybe Sam Good start getting frisky. So
Sam Camp.
I'm going to go Sam Camp.
We got Brandon Smith versus Clint Evans. Give me Brandon.
Yikes.
Give me Brandon. Well, actually, I don't want to say that too quickly because I don't know what Brandon's going to do at that second quarterback position. But again, I think Brandon wins positionally in most places outside of Jahmyr Gibbs and St. Brown. Depending on what Brandon does with that super flex spot, I'm going to go ahead and say Brandon breaks his 3-game losing streak, and Clint goes on to 4 losses consecutively.
Doesn't Brandon play Tom?
No, Brandon plays Clint.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Bryce B. Smith. I want a dub for Brandon, almost as much as I want a loss for Clint. So I'm going Brandon.
There we go. We got Bryce Smith up against Tom Borns. Give me Bryce. And I'm sorry. Totally misspoke. Give me Tom. Bryce is gonna get his ass whooped. I didn't even do that on purpose. I really just misspoke. Tom's got to put a kicker in there probably, and I just think that at that point in time, that just Tom's team is performing every single week. Drake May looks sick. Saquon Barkley can't stay down forever. Montgomery is just a beast. Embarrassment of riches for the Lions in general.
Yes.
Justin Jefferson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tyler Warren. I mean, I just don't know where Bryce wins in any of these matchups. Maybe George Pickens goes off again, but I think Tom wins this one pretty handedly.
I'll have to second you on that. Tom sneakily got some dogs on that team, and he very quietly is
Putting up hella points.
juggernaut potential.
Yeah,
on that
absolutely.
team.
Absolutely. He's a monster waiting to be awoken. Matchup of the week, before I get into that, our not sponsor of the week is Founders Brewery from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Harry's hometown, our producer. This is the all-day West Coast. It is a low ABV IPA that goes down smooth. And tell you what, the packaging's great. So thank you to Founders for not sponsoring this podcast.
I'm enjoying it. Secondary non-sponsor, Mortgage Matchup. Everyone's buying houses these days. They're affordable. Go to Mortgage Matchup.
Go to mortgagematchup.com. Matchup of the week. I had to do it to him. Damn, that was kind of sick. Our mortgage matchup of the week, sponsored by mortgagematchup.com, is Caleb and myself. It's the battle of the commissioner's notes. Caleb's 1-2 in a row. He's back to 500. Our scores are incredibly close right now. With the addition of Brian Thomas, though, I'm going to have to give the advantage to me, and it's not going to be an easy week. I'm without Derrick Henry. I'm obviously without Emeka Egbuka. Is not on my team anymore, but he's injured. Garrett Wilson is injured. Some of my top guys. I think Justin Fields last week sucked, and this is pure cope, but also nothing good happens in London games.
No, never.
Nothing good happens in London games. At least not for me. Never has. I'm throwing that one straight out the window. I'm burying that game ball. It is a brand new week. Justin Fields is going to maintain his position in the top 12 after this week. I mean, the guy can just get you so many different ways. If his line can just protect him a little bit more, he can get the ball out of his hands. We've already seen huge monster like game-winning weeks out of him, and I think that's coming this week. So I'm giving it to myself. I don't know how you feel, though.
This is going to be a tough one. I mean, you've got the better roster, especially now that Caleb took that Puka injury, which I know hurts him big time. He's still frisky, though, with Ladd and Jalen Waddle, both kind of similar type players. Both could pop. I'm just not fully there yet with Bill.
No, not quite.
And I'm just going to say it. This is something I wanted to bring up. Nor am I there with Jackson Dart. My concern, and I absolutely hate to say it, I am not loving. Listen, I'm all for talking your shit. Talk your shit. Flex. Celebrate your success. I don't love Scatabo and Jackson Dart. A little bit of an early victory lap.
Fofo and 6 in the trap?
If that's what they call it, that's what they call it. Chill out. Chill out a little bit. You guys want a Thursday night game? I'm all for having fun. I want to see you guys shine. Jackson Dart kind of reminds me a little bit of like Paul Walker, rest in peace, at quarterback. If he was like, thought he was from the hood a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not fully bought in yet. So for that reason, I'm going to go Marcus by million.
Love it. Somehow the app has it favors Bill over Cam right now. I'm not seeing how that's possible.
Disrespect.
Fresh off of a 30 point game. Patrick Mahomes is balling. I think I'm going to win. Appreciate you being here with us today, Jim.
Pleasure is mine. Listen, look at the app. Look at my team. I've got guys that can help you. I'm looking for a quarterback. Don't help me, Clint. Anyone. Help yourself.
Help yourself.
Help yourself. Let me help you. I'm a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Give him all your good players. Leave some for the rest of us, though, Jim. And I appreciate you helping me out through this hard time. I got a lot of injuries. I had to do what I had to do. But BTJ is a great consolation prize.
That's what I'm here for, brother.
Thank you for that.
That's what I'm here for. Pleasure.
From all of us here at Commissioner's Notes, shout out to my boy Harry in the back. Follow us at Commissioner's Notes on Instagram, Commissioner's Notes Pod on YouTube, or just head straight to commissionersnotes.com. Thank you guys. As always, shout out to Juliana. Have a great week 7. We're almost halfway there. It sucks. Love you all.
Peace and strength.
Peace.
Oh my.